Hello, everyone, and welcome to part two. I love that you joined us. There's work to be done for some of us, and whether you have unfinished business or not. Oh my goodness, are you in for a treat? Let's look at 4. In that situation, what do you need to be happy?
I need him to love me.
You need him to love you in that situation. Is it true?
No, it's not true.
Hmm. And how do you treat him when you think the thought, I need him to love me? And he's trying to help you.
Mm,
He's saying you just want someone to feel sorry for you. Notice how you treat him when you think the thought, I need him to love me. And in his own way, he's doing that. He's saying, oh, honey, you just want someone to feel sorry for you, and I'll do my best. Or you could say, yes, I need someone to feel sorry for me, and please feel sorry for me, and make sure that it's authentic. I mean, how could he?
yeah,
Mm,
I think he didn't know how.
yeah.
And I also, like, maybe he does love me, but I treat him as he doesn't. Right? So I
Yeah.
also don't treat him with love.
Yeah.
I treat him, I accuse him.
Yeah. Yeah. So how do you react when you think the thought, I need him to love me? I accuse him.
I accuse him. I
Mhm.
treat him unfairly because I expect something of him that he can't do or that I'm not even sure of that I need. So it's unfair and
Gosh, honey, that's so much awareness. Yeah, it's really beautiful. Looking back on how I react when I believe the thought, how do I treat him? How does that feel? How do I treat myself? How does that feel when I think the thought, I need him to love me? So notice how you react. Notice your pattern, how you react when you think the thought, I need him to love me. In that situation, look at the patterns that show up in you and notice how old those patterns are. Were you using those with your parents, your siblings, I need blank to love me. I need him to love me.
yeah, it's like a strategy.
Yeah. Notice the identity you take on in that situation, the body language. My needs aren't met, and I want someone to feel sorry for. Notice how you react when you think the thought, I need him to love me. And notice in that situation and your past, how old that is. Start with your mother, your father, your sisters, your brothers, family.
Yeah, what I notice is like this pain that I noticed there's a lot of pain in me, and
And
when I think
disappointment. And disappointment.
yes, like something's wrong with me. I don't feel like it's right. And I do remember that like something comes up. It's like when I did cry or was sad as a child, my mom would ignore me or say say I should yeah, I should stop seeking attention. Right. So I didn't feel acknowledged.
Mhm.
So it doesn't feel like I'm important. It's like what I feel is not important.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Boy, that runs deep. I really sense that in you. You're so amazing. I don't say that lightly, you're just so introspective. Well, your husband is one amazing man to keep up with you. I need me to love him turned around.
I need me to love me.
Yeah, so be there now. Notice how lost you are, how, and love you. Look at we just don't know everything in life. The ego's running our world and it's really confusing. When I believe the thought, I need him to love me, when you're believing that thought, notice what you say and do, and you're emotional. It assumes he doesn't. Like, I need him to prove he loves me now in this situation. And notice the situation, notice what you're asking. And he's saying you just want someone to feel sorry for you. And you might say, yes, yes, that's it. You're brilliant. Please feel sorry for me now. I don't know how to do it for myself. Oh,
Yeah, it's also scary to admit that he's right. Like I don't want him to be right.
yeah,
Right? It's like
yeah. So he says, you just want someone to feel sorry for you. So be there now, turned around. I want him to feel sorry for me. In that situation, was that a part of it?
yes.
Yes, so he was right. And notice how you treated him when you believed the thought. He I just want him to be empathetic and caring. And he says you just want someone to feel sorry for you. Notice how you treat him in that situation.
It's almost like I treat him like a thing,
Mhm.
not like a whole being.
Yeah, that's spoken like a true ego in that situation. Yeah. Like, we married him. I married him. That's the deal. He should feel sorry for me on cue. Um, he doesn't empathize with me. I need him to love me, turned around, listen to him, be there now. I need me to love him.
Need to.
Yes. So notice he just doesn't know how.
Well, it's much more easy that way because it's something I have control over. If I love him or not is my choice.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We put our emotions on other people for them to be responsible for them and in some way. And rather than us being the people to turn to, just you yourself turning to you, giving you what you need, noticing you don't know how. And then whatever that is, giving that to him.
I mean, if I would love him, then it would solve the whole situation.
I want him to be empathetic and caring toward me. I want me to be empathetic and caring toward him. And then that shows you both how to be together. I need him to love me, turned around. I need me to.
I need me to love him.
Mm-hmm. In that situation. So notice how hard he's trying.
Yeah, it's true. I think I could have opened like a good channel in order for us to be loving again with each other. It's like everything I wanted is in that process of me just loving him and caring for him.
Yeah, because he's right. And you wanted someone to feel sorry for you, and he pointed that out, and your ego had a problem with it. And really, it's an invitation. I just want someone to feel sorry for me. Yeah, I just wanted him to feel sorry for me and understand and be empathetic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, the people we live with, we need to be clear. It doesn't matter what I say and do. Just tell me you love me and hold me, please. Yeah. And then we can cry and emote with someone we love and trust. It's kind enough to do that. And your husband sounds like he would easily just put his arms around you and say, I love you, if you ask him to. And the ego would say, well, it doesn't matter because he should do that without me asking him to. No. No, we need to ask for what we want, especially when we're emotional. It really can throw our partner off because they don't know how to help us. And whatever they suggest, we go, no, no, they just don't understand. Okay, honey, to be happy, I need him to say, I love you. To be happy, turned around, I need me to say
that I love him and care about him.
Yeah. So he says, you just want someone to feel sorry for you. Just take that in, be there now. Just be there now. I need me to love him. Listen, he could be right.
Feels like doing mind gymnastics.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, to get present in that situation, and it flips out all over the place, and then just come back, be there now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and look how hard he's trying. I need me to love him.
Yeah, because I do, right? Like I do that
Yeah, yeah, but
most of the time.
the ego's job is to just do everything it can for you to focus not on that. Because love is, the ego can't survive in that state. It's because that's who and what we are organically.
Mm,
We're born into this world. They say we're born into a world of suffering, and we come into this world of just, it's good with us until the ego identifies, this body as object and as an introduction into earth school. Look at the cause of suffering. It's the ego's imagination of past and future in that situation, in the not present, where all the
it
answers
just
are.
feels so real, like if it, because the pain is so real, right? It's like it's so painful.
Mm-hmm. And it's such a good thing to be aware of what you're saying, because even physical pain is either remembered or anticipated. So we're looking at how emotional pain is created. And some of us, when we look at what we're thinking and believing, we would rather commit suicide than we don't know how to escape our head. And suicide looks like the way to cure that. But then there's no one that's free on the other side of 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 that. And so there's no one to know they're free. It's an exercise in ridiculousness. There's no escape. So, if I kill myself, it's like, now I'm free, but there's no one, there's no I there to know I'm free. Oh, I need him to love me in that situation. I need me to love me. So be there now and just compassionately be with yourself. Crying, be there with you. You're so innocent. Just, I need me to love me in that situation.
Yeah, it's I need me to love me because I feel like in that moment my mind tries to convince me that I don't deserve it, right?
Yeah.
So
But you know what you want.
mm,
You want more, you want him to be more empathetic and caring. So, be empathetic and caring. You need me to love me. How do I do that? To be more empathetic, understanding, caring, meet my own needs, and meet his needs. He has the need to understand. And to let him know that he's right. You do want him to feel sorry for you, that you're having a bad moment. And yeah, empathy. Let's look
it
at
also feels so difficult because like I've been giving him like a wall. It's like I've like been creating this wall between us to not have that happen again, right? So I'm like distancing myself, and then
Yes.
it also takes like a lot of courage when I imagine, okay, now I realize it was all my fault.
It's a state of mind. State of mind, so you can go back and you can say, you were right. I did want someone to feel sorry for me, and sometimes I'm just a baby, and I need you to hold me. And even if I'm not right, I need you to just not tell me so. Sometimes. And it sounds like he knows you in that situation more than you know you in that situation.
Yeah, he's like Stephen, very intelligent and very analytical. So his mind is very clear and sharp.
Yeah. Yeah. They need guidance. Even when they know how to deal with it, sometimes they need guidance. And I, if I say, would you hold me now? And he says, I'm busy, he's giving me guidance. And I might say, well, when? Let's make a date. And if I don't do, I mean, how does he know? And I'm just gonna just be left like feeling unloved or bitter. Like if he really cared. No, if I really cared, I would say, I need a hug now. Would you hold me, please? If he just doesn't get it. And he doesn't have to mean it. I would just say, pretend like you mean it. I mean, I'm an ego. What can I say? It's just, I can ask for what I want. Yeah. Because as an ego, we're not that mature all the time.
Not at all.
Yeah. Let's look at 5.
What do I think of him in this situation? Well, I think he's selfish, arrogant, and cold.
Okay, so in that situation, what is the opposite of selfish? Generous?
Yeah, generous.
What's generous? When you think back, what do you see there as you try that on? He was generous in that situation.
Well, he was there with me. So his time and attention were on me.
Yeah, and you were going through a kind of rough little spot, and he was there hanging in. He was arrogant. What's the opposite of arrogant?
Humble.
Humble. Yeah, so look at how you reacted toward him. He was humble. What do you see when you try that on?
Maybe it's a different twist, but he did show emotion, right?
Oh, wow. 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 Yeah, he was cold. What is the opposite of cold? He was cold. And we find
like
opposites that fit the situation. Just
very loving and kind.
He was loving and kind. So if you try that on in the situation.
Well, I feel like, he maybe doesn't feel loving and kind, but he did choose to be there. And he did choose to.
And he stayed from start to
Yeah.
finish. Yeah.
So he stayed, and he was.
Yeah, that's that's a big deal.
Because there could have been like a lot of thousands of more enjoyable things to do for him. Yeah.
So in that situation, I was selfish, arrogant, cold. When he said you just want someone to feel sorry for you, and it was true, for example. Or assuming he didn't love me when I had the thought, I need him to love me, assuming that he didn't. So you can try those on, honey, as you sit with it, as you sit in this worksheet later, and continue to work it out of that mind of yours that's so much more enlightened than to the situation than when you filled in the worksheet. Let's look at 6. In that situation, I don't ever want.
Feel humiliated again.
I'm willing to feel.
I'm willing to feel humiliated again.
I look forward to.
I look forward to feeling humiliated again.
To see what you've learned, how much stuck, when you look at how much more you're aware you are to the situation. And well, honey, thank you. Gosh,
Thank you.
thanks for being our teacher today. I've really learned a lot. Yeah.
Thank you.
How to be in relationship when we just want love, approval, and appreciation, and it matters to us in those places where we're so vulnerable. Okay, honey, let's get some takeaways. Connor.
Hi.
Hi, Connor.
Hey, Katie. That was a very beautiful session with you and Carol.
Yeah, I loved it. I loved it. It's to my mind, it's something we've all experienced in our own way.
Yeah. So I'm not. Sorry. Is this a after thing now?
Just whatever you want to say.
Okay. I mean, I had a question, but I'm not sure if there's enough time, or I don't want
That's
to.
okay.
I want to mess up the format or something.
No, if you have a question, chances are you're not the only one. So
Okay.
So yeah, we're just all hanging out here, looking at the cause of suffering and how to end it, and questions, can be very helpful.
Well, first off, it's a massive pleasure to finally meet you, because I've been doing the work for 10 years now.
Hi.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, I started after I had I had an awakening, and it's obviously, I believe that's why you started the process in general, and it's been the powerful method of inquiry for me. And I'm just so grateful to you and the helpline people and the facilitators. And
I'm so happy to hear that you had this amazing awakening, and self-inquiry allows you to live that out. I love that so much.
It does. It's been super beautiful, and I've done many worksheets myself, and I always make sure to go all the way down to question 6. And yeah, like I mentioned, with people on the helpline, have been really beautiful. But I decided it was finally time to talk to you, because there's a belief which kind of terrifies me to the core, because it was the first thought that came back. So the awakening happened for 2 days. I didn't think at all. There was no thoughts, and it was just really beautiful and loving and spontaneous.
Yes.
And at the time I was making music, electronic music, and I still do this from time to time.
At the
And
time you were,
making electronic music.
yes.
And what happened is I distinctly remember it was like completely blank slate and really beautiful. And then this thought came, which was like, oh, you're in such a good place. You should use this to make the music, and then you'll get famous and rich and have these relationships and all this stuff. And I distinctly remember that point was where the mind sort of started recreating itself again. And I've done a number of worksheets on this and talked to some really useful people. But I had the strangest thing. Like, I don't remember the last time I cried. Maybe it was like a year ago, but knowing somehow that I would talk to you today about this, I was just like crying for hours. And there's so much at the core of it around worthiness, worthiness of love. And yeah, I kind of come to you today, sort of cap in hand, just at a bit of a loss for this one. It does, each time I do it, it's like I run at it and something beautiful does come out. And for me, you're kind of like the queen of inquiry, queen of the universe, maybe. And I just, if there's any way you could help guide me or any, yeah.
So, honey, I don't really understand the question.
Right. Okay. The question is, it's like a deep feeling that I suppose it's like the need to be special to receive love in some way. I would say is the
My, no, it's not. Do other people love me? Do I love me? And do I love other people? Seeking love from other people assumes they don't already.
yeah.
And when I was in the place I imagine that you're in, it's like it's something that we all understand. We all love. No one understands that more than another. It's just that the ego in all that love has opportunity to exist. And in Earth School, that's how we're born into this world we believed ourselves in. And through self-inquiry, we're questioning ourselves out. Now, your ego is attempting, to my understanding, your ego is attempting to come back into the world.
Yeah.
And anything that wants to come into the world that badly, I consider self-inquiry, I often refer to it as lovemaking, like the self making love to the self, this wisdom that that sits patiently with the ego and respectfully moves it from my mind to paper, and then supporting that belief, will say, like ushering it back to go back to where it came from. And it's everything lives and dies, and a thought comes in, and that is the cause of our identity, our suffering. So it's met with these questions as understanding.
Mm.
And then it goes back and it comes back again, and we notice that it's neutral. What used to cause suffering is neutral. So all is right in your world. And it doesn't, it, other than what you're thinking and believing, there is no world. So this is a great gift, this Earth School.
Yeah, I completely agree with everything you're saying about how it works. It definitely works like that with me. One thing I find with these ones that cut close to the core, I feel that, yeah, maybe it's a specific thing with the music, but I think this belief that I need to, be doing something special to be worthy of love. I can't recall a time without it. And anytime, for example, there's the part where it's like, who would you be without the thought? It's just terror. Like, there's no way it feels like that's who I am, this feeling. And I can't comprehend how I could possibly be without the thought. It feels so intrinsic to who I am, just like this terror of not being good enough yet.
Yeah. So when you're asleep at night and you're not dreaming, Do you exist?
Presumably, yeah.
Presumably, when you wake up, you can presume it, but not when you look back and you're sleeping. There's no one and nothing there.
Yeah.
And you're okay. You wake up and the I begins, I am awake, I want coffee, I'm late for work. And just noticing that you didn't exist prior to I, and appreciating the ego that would allow us identification into a kind of school where imagination is all that exists. There's just no harm here.
Mm.
And that even physical pain, as I said earlier, is either imagined or anticipated. There's no harm here. This is opportunity to dance and play and love and understand, and all of that just flowing through your music is that awareness of yours, letting it be the music you make.
Yeah.
That excites me.
Yeah. I mean, and people have mentioned before how, why not just see the music as this, beautiful expression? And it's like, I would love it to be that, but it seems so quickly, the moment it starts being created, this belief comes back in about how I can achieve something through it. And then it just causes so much suffering because the music is now no longer an expression. It's like what I can get out of it. Or
No, the music, that's everything. Expect nothing from it, no praise, no one to care, people to loathe it, to not want it. You just expect it all. Do you love it?
well,
That's it. Nothing in return.
not really, honestly, because it ends up so caught up with these mind patterns, and then that sort of affects the music. And I just feel when I listen back to some of them that it's more just like a mind trying to structure music together to get something. So I don't know if I do love it. I kind of just, Katie, I just kind of want peace. I don't know if I never made music again and I had peace, that would bring me the greatest joy ever. I don't necessarily want to make music. I just want peace. I feel like I'm pulled along by it.
Music can be a part of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, music can be a part of that, not separate from it. Not separate from it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh boy, you into something good. It's just believing is costing you something that, to my mind, very few people have a grasp on, and that is how to create music in the way that you do it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I know that your son's a producer, a really well-known producer as well. Do you have any idea where I maybe it consistently it's come up time and time again where it's like I'll start doing something with the music, or something will happen, and then it'll lead me in a certain direction, and then I'll just have so much suffering. It's like I'm almost cast against the rocks. Like anytime that, for example, there's a label that wants to sign a track of mine now, which is really beautiful, but there's just so much fear around what it could mean, or maybe they'll be taking advantage of me, or and I'm just kind of terrified all around. Like, do you have any idea where I could be drawing so much imaginary harm from?
Well, people are taking this workout all over the world, and in so many different languages, and made it theirs, not mine. I can't claim it. We can all call it the work of Byron Katie. But through you, that makes it yours. And through his and hers and theirs, that makes it theirs. So, and the answers that meet the question, those aren't mine. That's the power of the questions. The questions don't say, the questions aren't something someone can own. And like your music, it's not someone can own. The way you put it out, it's, just expect if they buy it, they publish. It's just expect everyone to do what you do, only to do it better, because you have paved a kind of way, and they won't pay you royalties for it. They won't. People are just gonna, they love what you do. They're gonna take it on. And that makes it there for all of us. They reach people through your music that you couldn't otherwise meet. And that's a great gift to all of us.
Man,
I
every time I
love that this gift runs free, that no one can own it, even though in this world it's copyrighted. It's, do that. And that way it can stay pure. 4 questions and turnarounds. So it can be corrupted everywhere, but people can come here, and to many of you out there, and get the real thing. And you're the original in what you do, Connor, and you put it out, and some people will love it, some people won't. And it could be that it's published and no one buys it, or a lot of people. Do you love what you do? Do you love what you do?
No.
And do you have a good
No.
attorney that can support you through this?
I honestly don't love it. For me, it doesn't seem. I first off, that's really beautiful what you just said about the music, and I almost kind of I long to believe that it can be like that. But for me,
Well,
it's so heavy.
I'm just talking about what's true, and it's beautiful until we attach to it, and then it can be.
I know. I'm too attached to it, Katie.
Yeah.
It's because maybe before music it was something else, like maybe I need to be successful at business or something. It's just this. Yeah, I've done this before where I realized I was releasing like a generational belief from my mother, and I wonder if I'm not sure I've got the same one from my father, because I know we've talked about it, recently, and he's been really beautiful with it, but it feels like he had this kind of expectation from his father, and then he kind of passed it on to me. Because that's in a really loving way. Obviously, he's like, I really love and care for you so much. I would love for you to do something amazing, and I can understand that. I know totally where he's come from, but there's something, but it's coming so early in my life that I can't separate receiving love potentially from someone like my father from being special. And I think that's what's really,
Yeah.
I can't separate these two things.
Okay, so I would work them separately. I would, my father expects me to be special, and take that to a one belief at a time worksheet. Are you familiar with those worksheets?
Yep.
See, I'll take, my father expects me to be special,
Yeah.
and
All
get
right.
just really honest with yourself, and
Yeah.
and
That's a good
question.
one.
Yeah. And honey, my father expects me to be special could be number 1, and you fill in, the other 5 questions on that judge your neighbor worksheet. Because, oh, sweetie, then, that identification that you've taken on, I think that of all the things we've shared together in this short time, that's it.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I don't know. Yeah, I agree. It's sort of slowly killing me, to be honest.
Yeah, yeah. Oh my goodness. If my mother expected me to be special, I see how I have lived my life
Yeah.
believing the thought, then I'd question it and drop it. Oh my goodness. I mean, the stuff that pours out of me, and that kind of freedom, it leaves room for freedom every time we do this work. So yeah, my father expects me to be special, and then follow through with the filling in the worksheet, and then just get quiet in that worksheet, one belief at a time,
Mm.
the way you saw with Carol today, that open.
Yeah. Do you feel like this experience I talked about, where some of these core ones where I'm unable to see the forest for the trees, so to speak, with the who would you be without the thought? Like, do you, because I find that these ones don't really have um a specific situation that I was in. It feels more just something that was I felt from
You know,
zero.
it could be when you're looking at the publisher of your music and how someone might steal it, and
Yeah, I've actually I did a session on that on the helpline, and Kelly Hales, she was incredible with me. She
oh
guided me.
gosh, yes.
She was so beautiful and so loving, and she guided me through that exact one, this fear of being taken advantage of by labels. Uh, and that's when I realized that one I got from my mother. I talked to her, and she got it from her
And
mom.
you could become your own label,
Yeah,
start a whole new company, and start bringing people in that are talented as you continue to create your music and publish.
but I don't know if I don't know if I like music, Katie. I think I just,
Ah, uh-huh.
it's a sort of a, I don't I think it just seemed like a really, I don't really listen to music. I like silence, and that I think that's so terrifying about it, is because everyone's like, oh, music's so beautiful and amazing. It's such a great expression. I'm like, I know that makes it kind of worse for me because I know it should be like that, but it's not for me.
Yeah, yeah. So much for that. So much for that. You might notice you continue and just start moving away from it. My goal is a happy life, and to question anything that interferes with that takes that experience from me.
Can you say it? Can you say it again? Sorry, Katie.
Um, my life is about identifying and questioning anything that would move my focus from the gift of that to some criticism my ego would offer up.
Right, right. What do you think that means, like explicitly? Like in
That I'm looking at the cause of what holds me back, one way or the other.
Do you think that I'm doing that now?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I'm not hearing you like I think you're very honest. It seems to me when you say that this really doesn't interest you, and that your motive is, meeting your
Yeah.
your father's apparent expectation for you to be special.
Yeah, I know, and we've talked about it recently, and he's even said, I know that I drilled this into you when you were younger, but I just, he's even been inspired by, I guess, all this inquiry that I've done. I introduced my mum to the work, and she's done a retreat. And so, I think he's been kind of moved by me just focusing on happiness over this. And so,
Oh, honey, I think you're becoming special to him. Maybe what he wants more than anything is a lighthearted, open-minded son who cares about himself and his family. And,
Yeah.
for me, that's the ultimate success.
Oh, wow.
My children, my grandchildren, not do they love me.
Mm, that's so beautiful, Katie.
Oh, it's so freeing that I give them what I want for myself. And in that, I get it, not from them, but just in that itself. And as it happens, they respond to that.
Mm,
And I had no idea, and I still don't expect it. And I'm
mm.
more right than wrong. I mean, they have lives.
Yeah. 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 I mean, I think that's also what makes it sometimes. almost more disconcerting is that I have this stuff about music as this beautiful expression and it's kind of beyond thought. Whereas for me, I'm kind of beyond thought before I start making it. And then also having this conversation with my father where he, really genuinely seemed to, I'm not going to say regret, but, be like to sort of clear the way and allow me to be happy. And so like, these are the two things that I know, I feel should be true, but then this visceral reaction inside my body when this is, yeah.
I just stepped out of my life. I don't recommend it for anyone, but I just stepped out of my life and did my work.
Right.
And got what I came for. I had this extraordinary experience, like you have been gifted with that. We all have, by the way.
Yeah.
It's just ego swallows it so quickly. But just have a happy life. And you can do it without the music, without
True.
it selling. But I stopped my life and let everything go.
Yeah.
And like I said, I don't recommend it because we can have it all. But I just dropped into what matters, and anything that interfered with that experience I had on the floor, it just doesn't make sense. We have believed ourselves into this world, and we can question ourselves out and dance.
That's so beautiful.
Yeah. Thank you, Connor. You're not alone, sweetie. That's for sure.
Thank you so much, Katie. It's like I say, it's been 10 years to finally meet you, and I'm so grateful to have done it. And thank you so much for everything you do and this beautiful gift of yours.
Yeah, thank you, Connor. Thank you so much. Okay, my heart. Carol, thank you for being our teacher today. Oh, sweetie, thank you so much. It's just the way your mind was so open. It allows those of us that aren't quite so open to just jump, open that mind and just see what's there. And oh boy, what a power you are for all of us today. And thank you again. By the way, everyone, if you enjoyed this podcast, please give us a 5-star rating and review on iTunes. It really matters, and thank you for that. I love that you join me every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday from 9 to 10 a.m. Pacific time. At homewithbk.com. Let's do the work.